Welcome back to the catch-up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. I am James Lynch. She is Cris Cyborg. Cris, how are you this Tuesday afternoon?
I'm good. Training hard and ready for the next one. And nice. I'm happy to be here with you guys.
Of course. Always fun doing the catch-up here every week. Want to remind our audience, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's an easy way to help support the channel. Let's talk about the big fight over the weekend. Godzilla versus Kong. How was it?
You know, I watched the movie. It's a very exciting movie. You guys are gonna get excited. Gonna be HBO March 31. You guys can see 31 first. But you know, I was very afraid because I don't want the King Kong die. But I know he's willing to fight to the death. But very excited. You guys are gonna like.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen it yet, but I did see your photos on Instagram. Look like you had a good time. So I will definitely check that out with the family when I get a chance. Speaking of Godzilla, Francis Ngannou, he certainly looked like Godzilla this weekend. What a performance that was to win the heavyweight title, knocking out Stipe Miocic in the second round at UFC 260. I got to get your take on this fight because I thought Francis was going to win. I know this is something we talked about last week. I did not think he would dominate Stipe the way he did. What was your thoughts on the fight?
Do you know, you said that. You said that this is going to happen. When I say I was going to be with Miocic, and now everybody said, Cris, you're wrong. You have to beat Francis. But, you know, I would like to Stipe win because it's hard to see one champion for a long time champion and something like you see that they don't have the same credit like the promotion give to him. You know, I see how he's suffering when he's the champion, what they treat him. You know, because it was with him. But you know, Francis look amazing. You know, congratulations to him. And if you think about his history when he came to United States and when it came to the France. You know, it's a nice, amazing story. You see, if you work hard, discipline, you're going to get your goal. And he's a big example to be the champion too.
Yes, it was very inspiring to see that. I love that video of, the fans back in Cameroon, cheering on Ngannou when he had won. It's just so cool to see that it's more than just fighting, right, what he did on Saturday. So it's very inspirational, right? Yes,
for sure. He's going to help a lot of people over there watching him, give you hope for their dreams. It's very nice.
So it seems like the obvious fight after Ngannou's big win is Jon Jones. But as we found out over the last couple of days on social media, the UFC is not willing to, I guess, pay Jon. That's been a big issue. Jon with a series of tweets. And I don't blame him. This is a huge fight. Jon should get paid for what he's worth. Dana White, of course, and this is familiar wording with, I'm sure, what you've dealt with, is saying that Jon Jones is scared to fight Francis Ngannou. Now, we obviously know, because we've seen this before, that it's more of a pay issue, and we can sort of see that. What do you think of this whole thing? Because to me, it's a little crazy. You've got this huge fight. It makes a lot of sense, but there's a pay issue there. What was your reaction to that?
You know, I know the story already. Dana White's going to start to talk a lot of bad things about Jon Jones online. Going to say he's scared to fight Francis, But if you think, because he's going to make the fighter get him angry, mad, and the fight is not getting paid with your worth. This is the reality. Yeah. This is a game. And I hope Jones is go inside this game, but in the end, like happy with me UFC, I was happy I can finish my contract and see the real value I am. And I believe if Jon Jones, if he's the end like this, I don't know how many fighters he have, he can wait and see, what the opportunities have outside. But for sure they're gonna pay better than UFC. I live this life now, and I just hope that I don't believe he's scared. Dana White say, Cris is scary, Amanda Nunes is scary. Man, I asked him to rematch. They never gave it to me. It's easy to say that, Dana White never fight. He didn't know. He don't have the real life. If you step in the cage, you cannot be scared. You have to be training and be ready.
And I think you set a good example of look, I'm not going to put up with this. There's other opportunities out there. Jon's in the same position. He's a big name. He's a dominant champion. He's one of the best fighters in MMA history. It'll be interesting how this plays out, Cris, because, it's not like an undercard fighter that doesn't have a lot of leverage. Jon has a lot of leverage here. He's a big name. Like I said, he's talked about, saying cut me. I mean, there's a lot of interesting ways this is go. So I'm very curious, but I figured you of all people would understand because this was similar language, right? When you were supposed to fight Nunes and they're saying you're scared. So I thought that was very interesting. So.
Now imagine if it's gonna be the right promotion. Imagine if it's work with Scott Cork fighting Showtime, boxing with Deontay. It's gonna be amazing.
I know. Can you imagine? Yeah, the crossover that could happen.
Huge. The opportunity is there. They just have calm down. He's gonna see the way how to do.
Some other big news last week. I didn't expect this at all, and this is someone we've talked about here on the program before. Miesha Tate, coming out of retirement, going to be fighting Marion Reneau in July. How surprised were you? I know we had talked about the grappling match between the two of you, but I didn't think we'd see her come back to the UFC. What was your thoughts?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised she's coming back. She's young, she's another chapter of her life, but I knew she was going to return. And you can say, I think she said she's having more 6 fights. I don't know how many fights she's had.
It is 6, yeah. I asked her that this morning, actually.
Yes,
so.
And then, she's having a long journey if you do. And actually, the girl, she's going to be sparring. She's going to fight. I'm going to be in training for her. I'm really friendly Mo. And we're going to do some work together. And I have fight. She's have fight. And let's see how this fight is going.
Interesting. So are you going to, because I know Marion trains at MMA Gold, which is where Aspen Ladd trains. Are you going up there, or is Marion going to come see you? Because I know Marion's trained with you in the past.
Marion is teaching the school. She have busy time too, but we already trained before. Sometimes Ruka, and she's have very good grappling, and it's very nice, good training. And we're going to see, we figure out how to work. Maybe sometimes they go, she's camp, for doing nice camp for both.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I think, who I want to see you train with at some point is Aspen Ladd. I think that would be a really cool thing to do with you two training together, because Aspen's on the come up as well. It would be cool to see you guys train together.
Cool. Yes.
I'll put in a good word. I do a podcast with her coach, so maybe we can figure something out there. We'll talk about that. But how do you think Miesha will do? Because, the timing's interesting, right? I mean, with you not in the picture in the UFC, you're doing your own thing in Bellator. Amanda doesn't really have a lot of contenders to fight, especially at 45. Miesha, she's got the fight with Reneau, not looking past Marion whatsoever. But I think Miesha could do quite well, because she's still only 34, Chris. And, when she left, she was, just 1 or 2 fights removed from being a champion. I think she's going to do quite well. What do you think?
It's a hard time when you stop too and you come on back. It's different routine. And Miesha just fights. You're going to be in time to fight when she's fight her. She's been fighting a lot. But I believe they're going to do great. Let's see what's work. But, I think Mo have a great opportunity. I think it's going to be a great match. Both like to grapple too. And maybe who's want to be more strike. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. By the way, for people wanting to count out Marion Reneau in that fight, do not do that. Yes, she's 43. Yes, she's on a losing streak, but look at who she's fighting. Holly Holm. We're talking really, really top names here. And Marion's, the losses, they're close fights. They're decisions. They're not her getting finished in the first round or anything like that. So I'm really excited for that fight with her and Miesha coming up here in July. Let's switch gears. We got a Bellator card this Friday, Bellator 255. I cannot wait for this fight. This is one of the best featherweight fights we're going to see all year, Chris. The main event is Patricio Pitbull Freite defending his title against Emmanuel Sanchez in the rematch. If you guys remember the first fight between the two of them, razor close, Pitbull getting the decision win. Who you like in this Friday night between Pitbull and Sanchez?
I know both are going to be ready for this fight. The last was a war. Miami going to be with Pitbull. It's Brazilian. They're going to be for him. But, Sanchez, I know he's going to be the best for and then when you want the rematch too, you train harder, and I hope Pitbull train hard too, be prepared, but I believe it's going to be a great fight.
It is, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to take Pitbull on Friday. I think he gets it done, but do not count out Emmanuel Sanchez. If there's one guy that I think could pull off the upset, it's him. Really excited for that fight on Friday. Like I said, awesome card on Bellator 255. A lot of really interesting matchups. They're going to be looking forward to that one. Bellator released their rankings yesterday, and of course, expected, Chris, you're at the top of the list for the pound for pound and also the women's featherweight. How cool is it to see your name on there and have these new rankings? Because I think it's going to be a good system going forward for all the fighters.
The cool thing, because at the beginning of my career, I always believe, the 45 is the pound. And the pound. Have girls can fight 145. I have a lot of girls. And then I stay 16 years. I'm the first woman got a fight on TV in USA. And they fight for the title 145. But I always believe I have girls on 45. But I have to stay looking 16 years, watch the girls killing themselves to make the other weight, because the DMFC some say no have a lot of girls on 45, but before have a lot of girls in Invicta, a lot of girls on another promotion, Bellator. Now when you see only one promotion, you can get ranked 10 girls 145. It's amazing. This is the one thing I fight for. If I retire, I know this is the legacy. I work hard for have. And make me very happy, very excited. I know they have a lot of things to grow to this division, and a lot of girls going to see now, man, you need to kill yourself for make weight. Scott Coker did an amazing job in our division, have a lot of girls over there, and going to be ready to fight all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing the rankings and all these cards coming up here. Bellator is getting rolling in the Showtime era. Really excited for that. I always look at your Instagram, Chris, before we do this, just to have some different topics to talk about. And I saw that you use a sweat enhancement cream. Tell me about this from Drip RX. It looks really interesting.
You know, the nice Drip RX, when you put your body, no burn, smell coconut oil. And very nice because I like to put it on, especially when I'm cut weight and I want to sweat more, every practice. For sure, you need drink water too for your sweat. You just don't drink water, so it's going to be hard to keep you drink water for sweat. And you put the whole body in the training, and it's very nice. I feel like sweat a lot, helping me clean my body too. And nice, guys, check it out.
Yeah, it's good. So from what you're saying, like you can put it on and it won't like burn your eyes like normal sweat would, right? Because I hate that. If I go for a run and it's sunny out, I got to wipe my face, and then your hands are, it's not good. So this stuff, I think it would work for anyone, right? Not just for fighters.
Yes, usually don't put in the face, but I have the experience with sunblock. You put sunblock, you start crying and run. But yes, this is nice, no burn. You can put the whole body. It's going to be nice and it smell good too.
Good stuff. All right, we got to do our Portuguese saying of the week. Last week, I think it was breakfast. This week, we're going to do dinner. So how do I say what is for dinner?
O quê?
O quê?
Vamos jantar.
Jantar. Okay, vamos jantar. Is that how you say it?
Woo!
Look at that. That was perfect.
Nice.
I told you I'm getting better. I told you if this fighting thing doesn't work out, Chris, Portuguese teacher is in the cards for sure.
The meal they're going to skip. Janta, dinner, you're going to have. You speak good.
Yes. No, I won't go hungry. Let's put it that way. That'll be nice as well. Before we go, like we always do, got to remind people about the premium service. For less than a cup of coffee, you can get access to premium content from Cris Cyborg's website, CrisCyborg.com, and you can pay in Bitcoin, which I love. Bitcoin still kicking ass. I was checking the price the other day. Yeah. It's going really well here. But any updates on the premium service? And like I mentioned, you can check it out, CrisCyborg.com. Any updates on the Q&A or anything like that?
We're gonna be doing April Fool. The April 1st, we're gonna have the 5 p.m. PST.
Okay.
And we're gonna be in talk together. And they're gonna be one night before Bellator. I'm gonna be in Bellator this weekend, and I'm very excited. You guys can watch too, and you guys can sign up, go to my website. Be part of this April Fool together. And yes. Go to my website. Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Before we wrap things up, just want to remind our audience once again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment. We always love hearing from you every single week here on The Catch Up. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. I'm pretty interactive on there, so if you guys want to get a hold of me, if you have any show ideas or guest ideas for the show, we're more than happy to hear them. Chris, anything you want to plug before we go? Obviously, the Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you got everything, right? You're everywhere.
Yeah, guys, you can follow me everywhere. Just Cris Cyborg. You're going to find me on TikTok, Instagram is the same name. And if you'd like to be a sponsor of my next fight too, go to send one email. You're going to see to my Instagram too. And, I'm really excited and happy. And thank you, James, for one more Tuesday.